Namaskar students, welcome to the day 2 of session 2 of Sharada Lipi class. Let me just share my screen. Veronica ji, do you know where is that share screen? Where does it come?
It's
okay. Are you able to share my screen or no?
not yet.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, yes. Now are you able to share my screen? See my screen?
Yes, now I can. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
Your camera is visible. Your webcam is visible. Your screen is not visible.
oh really? Okay, 1 minute.
Can you see the arrow on your window? That webinar window.
Okay.
Yeah, you can press on that and show share your screen.
One minute, I'm just trying. Yes. Show screen. Just see now.
Yes. Now it's visible.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry for this. So just before we start, as the practice, we will recite this shloka from Panchastavi. And yes, Panchastavi is the very important text, and also every home in Kashmir we recite this, everybody in our home, and almost it is recited every day, especially the elders. So that is how we have also learned. Om Yamatra Trapsilata Tunulasa Tantustati Spardini Vagvije प्रथमे स्थिता तव सदा तामन्महेते वयं शक्ति कुण्डलिनीति विश्वजनना व्यापार बद्धोद्यमा ज्ञात्वेथं न पुनः स्पर्शन्ति जननी गर्भेर्बक त्वं नरा. So as what we will do, I think we have received all these assignments from students. So before we just go to the new session, yes, thanks everybody. Most of you have submitted the assignments, but those who have not, we request you to please watch the video and try to submit the assignments, and we will also here, our intention is here only to correct the common mistakes which all the students have been doing. So some common improvements where you can do. So let me just start that. So yeah, this is one assignment from Vivek ji on the Om. So you see here there is a mistake. Let me just, I will have to correct that here. So what we do for Om is So very important point to notice here is that most of the mistakes what we have seen in the assignments, what they have done, this is a, they have drawn this what they have made. So try to not lift the pen, you can just continue the pen flow. So what it means here, if I show you here, so with the pen, so this point you see the conjunct here, these three lines are meeting, right? So this is important. So do not, this is not correct because you are not bringing this particular line completely upwards. So that is very important. So as I said again, if we draw that om, when we do that, do not lift the pen, you don't have to lift that pen, take that completely up, and then from there you drag that down. So and then this is the om. So this is how you should do it. And yes, is okay, very nice, no problem on and as we see here, this shirorekha was missing. Sorry, this shirorekha was missing here, so that is a mistake. In one important point, I think what we will have to do is here is you have to, it has to be symmetric, the upper figure and the lower figure has to be symmetric. You see that they are completely parallel and they are completely of the same width. So now if I show that once again on here, the this is here, if you see here, this is, and this is also not a circle. You see, this is not like this, it is slightly this shape, and when you draw an upper one, it is like just like S, and this upper and lower symbol has to be symmetric. So that we will have to be careful on that. U is okay, but only one, okay, U also, let me just draw it, because then it will be easy for us to check the other assignments also. So when we draw U and U, one important point is that try to extend this curve upwards. Like in Devanagari, we do not generally extend it. Even this is U. That is right. But in Sharada, whenever we draw U, try to extend it little more upwards, like what I mean to say here, when you draw that, and try to extend it. Similarly, when we draw U, that also common mistake, what I have seen majority of the students have done. So let me just show you the mistake. The mistake is like this. So this is not wrong. Only thing is that don't leave it here. Just extend it little more upwards, little more upwards. So that means when I have to make U, this little upwards, and here from somewhere here, and then it has to be visible that you are directing it upwards. Those things you will have to be careful, otherwise very nice work, Vivek ji. We'll go to the next student. Okay, this is Pradeep Kumar. I think I have explained it earlier. Same mistake, you see, most of the students, what they have done here is they have drawn this vertical line first and then meeting here. As I said, this is important, this meeting point is important, so that students have to be just be careful on that point. Make sure it looks more aesthetically better. This is, don't follow this, you see, that is the mistake which is happened here. On is okay. If I see yes, let me just draw once again the for the clarification. So what we will have to do is here in R, you have to understand this curve has to bend upwards. This is very important. And you see this, if I will have to very fine things, we will have to be very careful. You see, it is little bit on the left side also. It is not just here. And this curve has gone upwards. And then of course there is a Shiroreka at the end. So that is what we will have to be careful. So there is a Shiroreka on the top. So I think that is the only mistake on R. It is, as I said, yes, very good. It is symmetric, no problem. E, right? U and U, as we see here, you see this U, it is not almost, see how this U is drawn. Even though you have made it like this, but this is, you have done it like this. This is not correct. You have to extend it a little bit more upwards, as I explained earlier. Otherwise, very nice, very beautifully drawn. Nice. So that is the difference between Sharada and Devanagari, where U and U, we extend it little upwards. So rest is all fine. We'll go to the next assignment. So okay, this is yeah, this is another assignment. The name of the student is yeah, Shraddha ji. Yeah, very nice, beautifully written. I think Om, only Om, as I said. And yes, this is another problem in Om, which I should highlight here, is the students, when they draw Om, I'll just show here, they sometimes extend this line. Do not do that. Keep this line symmetric. This has to basically fall in the same plane as this figure. So there has to be no difference. You see the distance here is the same. So don't keep one long and one short. So that is the only thing which you will have to be careful about. Rest is all beautiful. E is very nice. E is also very nice. Okay, this is another assignment. We do not have the name, but we request everybody to please write their names when you do that. And also, yes, as I said, try to extend this upwards. Otherwise, very nice. So slightly there is a mistake here, and this line, you see, it is sorry. So what I mean to say, what the mistake what has happened here is, when they have drawn it, there is, you see, this line should be straight. You see here, you see here, this particular line, this has to be straight. So that means, when we draw this line, very careful, it has to be straight. Rest is all fine. Then they, of course, the Shiroreka at the top, make this sure that your line is straight. You see, everywhere it was okay, on one point it was wrong, but that's beautiful. Please mention the name also. And another point, another request to the students, kindly do not upload the PDF file. It becomes very difficult for us to correct your assignments. And another, this is another from Rajesh Patwardhan ji, very beautifully written. I think, as I explained, he has exactly drawn this same. Yeah, very nice. We don't see any mistakes here. Only here, I think this was little bit, I think the pen got more, it increased its speeds or whatever, but yes, more or less, it's very good assignments, beautifully written. No problem on this assignment. Okay, this is another assignment. What's the name of the student? Natali ji. Yes, so Om is very beautiful, perfect Om, no mistakes on that. Yes, then another, okay, another point which I want to highlight here, which I see the mistake on here. Let me just show that here. So one is, do not make it so broad. That That is one point. Do not make it so broad when you do this. This is not correct. When you draw you have to keep it aesthetically. It has to look beautiful also. So this is and another very important point what I found from Natalia's mistake, which is when we draw this is not correct. At least there has to be little distance. You see there is a little gap here that has to be maintained. You see that there is no less gap here. So this is not wrong. This is not correct. This is right. So please follow this. So yes, students, when you will watch this video and again, I think you will, I think all these clarifications will be done. Oh, as we have seen, this is not right. It is not like a belly. It has to go upwards. Okay, E is absolutely right, no problem. And then two dots on above. So in fact, this particular E, there is a reference from in Saundara Lahari also, which Adi Shankaracharya ji has mentioned about the same Sharada alphabet, the significance of these two dots and what exactly is the E. So maybe we will try to show you in the next class. Yeah, this is another assignments, no name written by the student, but yes, very beautifully written. Slightly, as I said, it has to be curved upwards. You see there, curved is downwards, which is not correct. So you see this curve, this is not correct. It has to be like this, and then it has to go upwards. The rest is very nice, very beautifully written. And yes, another point, if in case if some students means assignment is not checked, do not worry, just look at the corrections what we are highlighting here. Initial 15 minutes will be very important for you all to understand the common mistakes and common corrections. Because we have been doing it regular, we know these mistakes are very natural, because when you are learning a new script and you are already adopted to your own existing script, so it takes time. So there is nothing, no problem on that, so it will happen. Okay, this is another assignments. I think, yeah, I don't have the name here. It's not so clearly written, but yes, very beautifully, very nice, no mistakes. Let's see how many we can do more. Okay, this assignment is little bit in an oriented in a different direction, but that is okay. But please just one time, yeah, Bhardwaj, don't write just one time, as we have seen. Just try to write it multiple times. And on E and E, this is important. You see this is, you are scribing your pencil so many times, which is which is not correct. You see here, this is not correct. And yeah, this is very beautifully, no problem on that. As you have drawn, this is not correct. This curve has to be let me just take a color, different color for the pen to highlight. So when we do it, so we will have to be very careful here. Otherwise, no mistakes, very beautifully written, that is fine, but just try to write it multiple times. That is okay. And yes, this is another assign. Okay, I think, yeah, this we have 1 minute. Okay, this, as I said, I think, yeah, this is right. So who has to be little bit more pens. And yes, this is another mistake. Let me just show you that. So when we draw oo, just make sure this is not correct. This is not from the center. This tail is not from the center. This is wrong. This tail has to be from little bit below the center. That means this is center. It has to be somewhere here, and then you bring it here. So yeah, otherwise no problem. Okay, this is another assignment, name not mentioned, but please try to write it multiple times. We give you 1 week time to do all this and more practice. And this is, you see, this is not correct here. E is not right. So E is here, and then you have symmetry. E is okay. U, this U is okay. U is, this is too much above. That is not correct. Just try to you don't have to bring it to like that. This is not correct. You have to bring it very, very slightly. This is not right. So you have to just bring it slightly upwards. Yeah, this is fine. So yes, yeah, it is big, but try to be write it smaller, and please try to write more number of times. I think we expect a little better. In fact, also, you see this also, there is an initial curve is missing. It has to be like this. There is an initial here. It has to be like this. So yes, so that's the mistake here. Okay, this also, I think I think one mistake here is it is very, very close. When I mean to say here, when you have drawn E, you have just drawn like this, which is not correct. You have to extend this line slightly. It has to be little longer. It has to be little longer, and then you have to do that. So that please be careful on that. U is okay. Is okay. I think that is fine. Perfectly all right. Yes, I think that's okay. We need not to check all those assignments again. But yes, most everybody has written very beautifully here also. Very nice, very nice. And if some assignments are not checked, don't worry about that. Just watch our means session for the first 15 minutes or half an hour. Be careful, attentive. I think you will also understand those mistakes. We are also trying to also check all these assignments of all the students as much as possible. And a very important point before I hand over to Veronica ji to start the remaining characters what we have is please, when you are uploading your file, please the name should be the file name should be your name .jpeg. So try to save it as a JPEG file, and the file name has to be your name. And when we correct it, we will put it back into the same folder with the name underscore checked. So that means if somebody's name is Amit, okay, so let us Anita. So just put it Anita dot JPEG, and when we correct it, what we will do, we will write Anita underscore checked dot JPEG. That is where you will see that your correction is checked, and there is no problem at all. The students can also look at other assignments and then see what corrections we have done. Absolutely okay. I think it's better we learn from each other, and also do ask us questions if you have in the session here, or you can even have your questions on a paper and then add that into the same drive location. Thanks, students, and I will hand it over to Veronica ji for taking us further. Thanks.
Thank you, Rakesh ji.
One minute, I'll just. Yeah, I'm making a presenter.
Can you see it now, the screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this is what we had done in the last session. We had done Om, A, E, U. So these all you have also done in your assignments also. So we will start from the next letter, the next vowel, which is, I will write in the Devanagari first. This is re. This is re in Devanagari. And this is very simple in Sharada. Just this U-like figure you have to draw. But the only thing here to remember is that this curve has to be very smooth, like this. It doesn't have to be, angled here. You don't draw it like this. So this would be wrong. Just try to keep a soft curve here and stop it here. With the normal pencil, how it looks, that I'll show you. This is how it is going to look when you draw it with a normal pencil. U-like figure, like this, a cane-like thing, is re. Now, to few things, that this you can keep the Shiro Rekha here, and this would be inside the Shiro Rekha. Don't try to make it something like you will start from the middle and then this will go outside the Shiro Rekha. That would be wrong. Try to keep it within the Shiro Rekha, within the frame. This is how it should be written. Now the next one is the other very similar vowel. The pronunciation is a little bit different. The Sanskrit knowing people will know it better. This letter is mostly used in Sanskrit literature and Sanskrit writings, so they would be more familiar with this vowel. This is re. There is an extra curve here in Devanagari that we draw, and this is re, and the above one, this one is called re. So in Sharada also, the only difference is an extra curve, what you have seen in re, just one more extra curve. This is re. I will draw it again. Again, the Shiro Rekha has to be extended so that both the curves are within the Shiro Rekha. They are not outside the Shiro Rekha. This is one curve. This you can start from little towards the left from the Shiro Rekha. Keep it towards the left of the Shiro Rekha so that you have enough space to draw the other curve. Here, this is re. With a normal brush, if I draw it, here. Now here also same curve. This curve is not angular. This is same as what you have drawn below. This curve, soft curve, a soft angle here, and the upper curve is also same, soft angled curve here, but a little smaller than the outer curve. So this is re. Now we will move to next one. Next one is l. In Devanagari. This is how it is written. This is l. Again, this Sanskrit knowing people will be more aware with these two letters that I'm going to show now, because these are mostly used in Sanskrit literatures and texts usually. and very few, in Hindi texts and Hindi literature we don't see them much. But yes, when you start reading the manuscripts and other Sanskrit texts, you will see these letters being used. So this is L, and in Sharada you draw a Shirorekha, one vertical stroke here, a small stroke, very small. Now what you do here is draw an S like inverted, a mirror image of S. This is mirror image of S, and then you extend the Shirorekha a little bit, and sorry, this is Re. This is Re. I will draw it again. This is Re. Now here, two things. One, both these curves, upper curve and the lower curve of this inverted S, they have to be of the same size. So what we have commonly seen, what students do is they will draw it like this. This is incorrect. Or the upper curve would be bigger and the smaller would be, the lower would be smaller. So this is also incorrect. Try to keep both the curves of the same size, like this, proportionate size of these two curves. And this is within the Shirorekha. Don't try to take it, this S, it should not be like this. This is inappropriate if you draw it, outside the Shirorekha. This is within the Shirorekha, like here it ends where the Shirorekha ends. With the normal brush, if I draw it,
Veronica ji, also what you can do, draw that without calligraphy also, so that with the normal pen they are also understanding how it is written.
That's what I'm doing now. I'm using a normal brush, a normal pencil, so that it's much clearer how it will look. So this is with a normal brush, you will get an idea how to draw it. And this vertical stroke also should be of the same length here. It should not be very long. It should not be very short. It should be of the same size of this S here. I will draw it again. This is Re. Re. So now let's go to the another letter, which is very similar to what we have seen. This one is Re. The long sound of E at the end. And there is an extra this curve at the bottom here, which is called Re. The sound of L and Re together, the E sound, the Re sound is extended. So that is the difference between the two. Very much similar to what we have seen above. Right, but keep of the same length. Now here, what you need to do is, here you need to extend the Shirorekha and draw a figure like this. It's not a complete, it's not a sharp triangle like this. It's not like this. It is a soft curve here, like this, and here. So this is the shape. This is the shape. It should not be very conical here. It's a very soft curve here. This, and here you, as you can see here, it is, you know, the size here, this, it's little smaller, and here it widens and attaches to the shirorekha. So this is the shape. I will do it with a normal brush also for better clarity. Here, so extend this a little. So this is the shape. It's not, I, with the limitation of the mouse, sometimes, you know, the shape might not be coming very accurate, but this is how it should be. See, I'm not drawing a very sharp angle thing here. I'm not drawing it like this. So this has to be, you know, this has to be noted, this shape. And also sometimes what we have seen is students, they draw a loop like this. This is also incorrect. It's not a loop. It's not a U-shaped loop. It's not like this. So this shape is also incorrect. It has to be like this. And the proportion has to be, this has to be little smaller as compared to this letter on the side. This is the shape. So this is Ri. And yeah, so if there are any questions, we can take them before we go to the next letter. And as per the tattvas are concerned, these 4 tattvas, they represent the Anashrita Shiva, which we did till U last time, and that U and U were the Gyan Shakti, and after this realization, awareness of this knowledge, now the Lord Shiva goes into the silence, the complete silence, the Anand, the silence of Anand Sthiti, you can say. So this is they represent the Anashrita Shiva. These are also called Amrit Bija. These 4 letters, Ri, L, and Ri. So if there are any questions concerning these 4 letters, we can take them.
Veronica ji, if you could repeat Ri and Ri once again.
The first 2?
Yeah.
Okay. I will do it with a normal brush, so I think that would be better. So Ri, the first letter, which we write like this. This is written like this. This is Ri. A U-like thing. No angles, no sharp angles at the curve. And you stop it. For example, I'll show you how you will write it in a 2-line notebook also. So for example, this is a 2-line notebook. This will fit within the 2 lines. And you don't take it up like this. That would be wrong. It would be just here. You need to stop right here. At the 3/4 of this complete stroke, at the 3/4, you will stop. This is Ri, and the Ri, where we have an extra this curve here in Devanagari. So that is so here you'll go to the extreme left so that you have enough space to draw the other curve. and this is same shape, just a smaller, this shape in between, smaller and bigger. And again, within the 2-line notebook, if you are drawing it, you'll draw a Shirorekha. This is the first stroke, and this is the second stroke. And draw the second stroke again, because, yeah, curvy. This is how it will look with a normal brush and within a 2-line notebook. This is how these both are going to look.
Veronica ji, could you repeat the tattvas of the 4 letters done just now?
These 4, they are called the Amrit Bijas. They are the Anashrita Shiva, where the Lord Shiva goes into the complete silence after the Ananda. This is the Ananda Sthiti, after he realizes the absolute knowledge of, he wants to create the universe now. So this is where he goes into the silence before he goes any further. So that this is the Amrit Bijas, they are called.
Just to add here, Veronica, I will just add
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
Lord Shiva, as per Kashmir Shaivism, has 5 energies. So as Veronica ji is explaining, so all these energies are represented by the vowels of whatever our characters. So that is basically the complete theory of alphabets in Kashmir Shaivism, where we put a lot of emphasis on these alphabets, how they are manifested. So these 5 energies are the Chit Shakti, then the Anand Shakti, the Ichha Shakti, the Gyan Shakti, and Kriya Shakti. So everything in this world, as per Kashmir Shaivism, is the manifestation of Lord Shiva. Everything is Lord Shiva. Even I am Lord Shiva. It just because of the Kanjukas, I think where we will, going forward, when we will learn about all these consonants and other things, we will also understand the Kanchukas or the limitations, and also the Maya, which is also Lord Shiva's own creation, that we do not see ourselves as an absolute being. We only see ourselves as a Purusha or a limited individual. So these 4 as Anashrita Shiva, as Veronica ji has explained, because in this particular state, the Lord Shiva was basically because initially there was an Ichha Shakti, the supreme will, and then there is a Gyan Shakti. Supreme will is the Ichha. It is not a desire. Desire means when we want to do something to achieve something, but Lord Shiva, for him, it is Sautantra. So we say it is his absolute will for which he is basically manifesting this whole world. But just before that, and also then U and U, we also learned these are like subtle and the gross form of the Jnana Shakti, which is supreme knowledge. Now at that particular point, Shiva it is his own will that he basically goes into the state of voidness. That is where he goes back into the state of the Ananda, in his own bliss, because he says it is his own apprehension. There is a sense of apprehension at the point of where he feels that, okay, if he spits out, will it create any problem, or will it be everything, what will happen there? So that sense of apprehension and then going back into this state of voidness is represented by these 4 vowels, r, and r. So all these vowels, in fact, they are, as we know, these vowels are always independent. And they are the Shiva tattvas in Kashmir Shah. So maybe when we will do the revision also for all these characters, including vowels and consonants, we will, I think, go do a nice revision on all these alphabets. Thanks, Veronica ji.
Yeah, thank you for the explanation. So we will also share the presentation on this, on the tattvas. So yes. So these are the four we did. Now we'll move ahead to the next vowels. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we are able to see the screen. Just expand the graphical area.
Okay, just a minute, because I cannot see my screen now.
No, we can see the paint window. The only
Got it now.
problem is that the windows now the screen is visible properly.
Okay, thank you. So we saw this one. Now we will do the other letter, which is A. This is A in Devanagari. Just a minute. Yeah. So this is how we draw A in Devanagari, and in Sharda we draw a Shirorekha here. This one vertical stroke, it's a straight line here, and then from here a loop which attaches here. Now you see this loop is not rounded. It is not like this. The loop is not very wide or like this. This shape is very little trickier to understand. This dip here is towards the right hand side and not in the middle. I will explain what I'm trying to say. When you draw this vertical stroke, so this particular dip, if you draw it in the middle, this would be wrong. You see that dip here is in the center, the complete middle. This is wrong. The dip has to be towards the right hand side. This is A in Devanagari. With the normal pencil also I will draw it. Here. So don't try to make it. The only thing here is this loop has to be little, this needs to be seen properly. This should not be like this. Also, one more thing. Sometimes what we have seen is this loop, students try to make it very big. This is also incorrect. This is the shape, and the size has to be like this, within the half of the stroke, this vertical stroke, it should cover just the half of the stroke and not come below it. Here. Like this. Not very big. and not very small. Not even the half. Actually, the half also, if you do it, will be too big. Just try to keep it here. This here is the half. So little above the half of the vertical stroke. 3/4 again, you can say. So this is the shape. So the next letter, next one is I. This is I. So it is exactly similar to what we did in A. Same loop. Now the only addition here is this stroke, the horizontal stroke on the top. So this makes it I. So this is very much similar to what we have done. Just this stroke on the top makes it I. Now the next one is O. This is O. It is, you have already done Om, so exactly the same strokes and same letter. So this is O. Just the same thing, just it just misses that top Chandra Bindu on the top. Rest is all same. The strokes are same again. You don't lift the hand while drawing it. This is O. Now I'll draw OW the next page. Okay. And this is again same thing, same shape. Now the only difference here is again that you extend the Shirorekha here a little bit, and there is a small loop here. This makes it OW. Now the difference between the loop in Re and here, you might get confused. Now this loop here, it's a little rounded, as you see. It's a little rounded here. Whereas in what we did in Re, it was a little wider and like this. So this is the difference between the two. This is little more rounded and that one is little wider and it's little angular. This is the difference between the two loops. So I will draw it again with a normal brush. Here. And I'll draw it again. Here. So don't keep a gap between this and the loop like this. If you draw it here and you will make the loop little distant, this is wrong. Try to keep it close here. There shouldn't be any gap between the two. It should be very close to this this letter here. This loop is very close. No distance between the two, and the shape is little rounded. It's not like this, and it is not Again, it is not like a U kind of a figure, a rounded figure like this. Whereas in Lri, what you draw is little angular figure. So this is how we draw O and Ow. Any questions so far?
No specific questions as such. So probably in case at the end of the session we'll just revise the letters once. But as of now, there are no questions.
Okay. So yeah, so again, then these four A, I, O, they represent the Kriya Shakti of Lord Shiva, the absolute action where he is now, wants to create the universe. Then where he comes into the action. So this is the Kriya Shakti. These four represent the Kriya Shakti of Lord Shiva. Rakeshji, if you want to give any more explanation on this, these Kriya Shakti tattvas. I don't think he's there. So yes, we can ask about this later. But yes, these represent the Kriya Shakti.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was there. Sir. Yes, what was the question?
Yeah, I just explained that these four represent the Kriya Shakti. If you want to
Yes,
give little more explanation, yes.
maybe we will do in the next class. These four are the four states of Kriya Shakti. In fact, it is vivid, more vivid. Then after that, more stronger, and the extremely, excess of the Kriya Shakti. Yes, these are the four states of Kriya Shakti. In fact, Kriya Shakti, maybe we will explain in the next class also. Like example, if I take a or a, or maybe Veronica, if you can draw it. So like example, a plus a or a with e, okay, it becomes a, right? No, e. You can make it, put the complete one. Yeah. No. You can or a. This is okay. You can only show only one. 1 minute. Let me just try to see if I can get a table. We can show that. We can show this.
Do you want to show the screen, Rakeshji?
Yeah, just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Yes. Yes, shall I show my screen?
Yes, please. I have stopped sharing, so I think you can now.
Yeah. Let me know if you're able to see my screen. Oh.
Yes.
Yes.
I think.
So,
Yeah.
so are you able to see my see this notations?
Yeah, we can see that. Yeah.
So if you see here, a and e becomes a. Similarly, a plus e becomes a. And then when we see that I think this is how we basically all means a plus a becomes I. Similarly, when we in terms of o and ow also, when we have a plus u, it becomes o. A plus u also becomes o, and similarly this a plus u becomes o, and last ow is a plus o becomes ow. So these are, if I have to basically take the correlation between of the theory of alphabet, so this is the ichha shakti, chit shakti and ichha shakti together makes the lowest form of the kriya shakti, which is the a, and then another a or a with a. So again with ichha shakti, the kriya shakti becomes more stronger, right? So this means when this Kriya Shakti, very subtle Kriya Shakti, also is combined with Chit Shakti and Anand Shakti, it becomes A and I. Similarly, again with U, so again this is the Jnana Shakti, it also becomes Kriya Shakti. So these are the combinations of this, that is why this A, O and Au are the 4 states of Kriya Shakti in terms of the degree, like degree 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So this is how this table is, right? So is the Chit Shakti, Anand Shakti, then this is the Icha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, then the Anashrit Shiva, as we said, the state of voidness, and then Kriya Shakti, A, I, O, Au, and then last, I think you will take them through the and also. You can go ahead now.
Okay. Okay. So we did till I. We will move to the next. So the next one is after Au, the last 3 vowels, which are ang, and ah. This is ang. So we know how to draw a. So this is same as a. The only addition here is the Chandra Bindu on the top, which is like this. And this is and the another one is there a dot on the top, a bindu, just a bindu without the Chandra on the top. This is So similarly, this will be also written the same way, like how we write a. And a bindu on the top. And the last one is aha. So this is again same. And the 2 visarg at the end. So this is ang, and aha. So now, yes, this only thing that we saw in the assignments also, don't make this vertical stroke very long. Few assignments, not all, I would say, few, we had seen that this stroke some had made very long. Please make it shorter, keep it how it is, like this. Don't stretch this vertical stroke too long. Rest is all good. So this is ang, and aha. So this completes our the swar, the vowels. And we can take the revision of whatever we have done today. If there are no questions, then we can go with the revision.
All the questions or queries that are being sent in, I think will get covered in the revision bit. So if you could just take all the letters and draw them once, especially with the pen. So all the doubts will get cleared.
Sure.
Okay, there is one question, Veronica ji. Let us know about the loop in the Shirorekha has drawn first or finish the letter and extend it. I don't know. I don't know what
Okay.
is. Okay.
When to draw the loop? I think that's what it means.
Yes.
Okay. So I will just I will draw with the normal brush, and that would be better. And also these last two, they, the and aha, they represent the anuswara and visarga, which is when the Lord Shiva has moved from within his own self. That is and aha. That is, aha is the reflection of the universe. So these two represent the anuswara and visarga. Any more explanation that Rakesh ji can give? I have just told you in short what it means. Okay, so the first one that we did today was re. So I will again draw the Devanagari version. This is re, and when we have re, you will start from the left little, and then from the center you'll draw the smaller loop. So I think this is this is clear to most of you, I think. Yes. So the next one is R. Stroke, a vertical stroke first. Then you draw a small, very small vertical stroke. And then this has to be proportionate of the same size. This is, it's not. Yes, and also make sure that this vertical stroke on the top of this inverted S, it should be in the center. Don't try to make it somewhat like this. Some we have seen these mistakes, so I'm just explaining. So don't start it from here. Don't start at the end of this S. Don't make it something like this. This is also incorrect. The right form is where in the middle of this S, this vertical stroke is connected right to the center. Now the next one was re. So here again from the center, same. Now here I think you were saying when to draw this. So after this one, you will extend the Shirorekha if you don't have much space here, and then you will draw this loop here. I'll draw this again. This is the loop. So it ends right at the Shirorekha. The Shirorekha is not extended after this. It ends here. And this is the shape, a little more towards the left side, and this is the right shape. Don't make it either like this or don't make it like this. You know, very conical. So this is the right shape. I think this was the question, where to end the loop. I think if we got it right. So the next one is okay. The next one is A and I. And in case of this A and I, there is a very little Shirorekha extended towards the right side, very little, not too much of it, but very little. So this is A, and a very little Shirorekha is here. And same is with I also. Little you'll leave the Shirorekha at the end. And a stroke on top also. This again, here it is connected to the vertical stroke. There is no gap between the two. Some mistakes that we usually see students making is they will leave some gap here. This is incorrect. It should be attached to the stroke completely. There shouldn't be any gap here. And the loop again has to be towards the right hand side. This is A and I. Now O and OW. O is very simple. Again, I'm not lifting the pen as you saw. I'm just drawing it in a same, just one stroke of O. In case of OW, now here what you do is you'll have to extend the Shirorekha towards the right side to draw the loop. This is more rounded as compared to what we have in Ri. This is more rounded, but it's not again, this is not the shape. The shape I'll draw here again. This is the shape. And again, the Shirorekha is not extended after this. It stops right here. And again, it is close to this, this angular thing over here. There is no gap in between, very close to it. And the other stroke, the other loop that we saw in case of Ri was like this. This is more rounded. Yeah, and it should not come, but what we have seen is somewhere when we draw this stroke here, for example, sorry, this here, for example, the loop is, very big and it's coming down and something like this. So avoid doing that. The loop is very small on the top. It should be till here. I'll draw a line here so you understand. It should not go beyond this line. The line that I've drawn here, this loop should not come below this. So try to maintain the same length of the loop. So the last three were ang, and aha. That's it. So these are the two. Here the shape is little has to be round. So I think we have revised all. If there are few questions we can take, we still have some time left.
Just adding on the and aha. So as the theory of reflection, as per that, so these are the states of Shiva where there is a perception of being introverted or extroverted. So in terms of when we talk about the Bhairava state of Lord Shiva, and when it is internal, that is and when it is external, which is the Visarga, and these two dots, that's why these two dots we say that one is the Shiva dot and another is the Shakti dot. So that is what is the interpretation for and ah.
Nidhi, are there any other questions?
Is okay, there is a question. Is with an inverted Chandra Bindu or just a dot?
See, there are two things. One is with the Chandra Bindu, which is this one, and other is So this is, for example, Angur. So you will use this this there with a Chandra Bindu and a dot. And this is, for example, you can say some word which doesn't have that that thing doesn't come. You will just put a bindu here. So there are two. One is with the Chandra Bindu, one is without the Chandra Bindu. One is just a dot and one is with. For example, Angur, when you always write this Chandra Bindu on top.
There is a request. Can you draw out again?
Oh, okay. This is ow. The loop is very close here. There is no gap, and note the shape of the loop here. This is ow. Yeah. Don't extend the Shirorekha towards this side much. Don't make it like this. Keep it very short. Right. Just above this. And here also don't extend the Shirorekha after the loop. It is how this should be written. Now, one more thing I would like to highlight when we draw this O and OW, at few places we have seen that this round shape of, here, it is taken it's made too wide, and it kind of exceeds the top. So try to keep it shorter, not very big. It doesn't have to be very wide here. So this is the right shape. See, you can see this is all coming in the same line here, if you see. And if you draw a line here, the center of the central axis, you will see this is going out. So avoid doing that. This should be within this line. This is how this O and OW has to be drawn. Don't make it too wider.
Okay, just one clarification, Veronica ji. On a lot of students are asking questions about the sounds in comparison to Devanagari. Just to state it here once again, Sharada is only a lipi. So there is no difference in the sounds what we have in Devanagari or what we have in Sharada. These are absolutely same. They go parallel when you basically talk about the Bhasha or how do we pronounce them. So I think that's what I thought, clear, because a lot of people had asked how do you pronounce this in Sharada and other things. So it remains the same as we have been doing in Devanagari or Sanskrit. So there is no difference.
Yes. We will. I hope you have seen the study material that was uploaded last week. So we will again upload whatever we have done in the class today. That the videos and the pictures would be uploaded again in the folder, the study material folder.
Yeah. There is a complaint from a lot of students. They were not able to get the assignments or the training materials. So, but yes, we will ensure that you get the link. I think when you receive the email and with the video when it is uploaded, in that also where you have registered, along with that you will find all the training materials which are available, which also we upload them. We upload all the videos from our basically course Sharada team. We will upload those. We will also upload the reference materials for you to go through. But yes, definitely you have to go through those, and if needed you can also watch this video once again. Yes, there is also a question, can we assess the last sessions? Yes, all these videos are uploaded into the YouTube, and they are always, I think it takes 24 hours and sometimes late, because volunteers have to work on that. They are uploaded on YouTube and you can watch them offline also later. And you can upload all these assignments into the link and all that YouTube links. Those will be shared as part of your the emails what you receive. Yeah, I think you should be receiving all the emails links. You should also receive all the where the YouTube links is uploaded. So we'll make sure you get all these links, and also the drive location where you have to submit your assignments. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you everyone. We can end the session now. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.